Ladies and gentlemen, the day of reckoning has arrived. It's the apocalypse, the turning point in history, which is why I have shaved my face. I just took a shower. My hair is all wet. I got on a fresh pair of clothes. I've polished my stilts. I straightened out one of my eyes, this eye straight, because Hitomi is no longer vegan. And as much as this whole thing has been a gigantic joke, ever since the first video we did on her, she has blocked me on Instagram. So who knows? Maybe now that she's eating meat, she can slide into my DMs and we can send her some of that gelatinous, delicious collagen broth. But, you know, these vegans, how delulu do you have to be to do something? Oh, that's, I mean, this is the definition of insanity. You know, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Like you're vegan, your gut's been destroyed for the last 15 years of your 25-year life, and like you're still staying like very high level of Delulu. What also requires a very high, I mean, I guess not high level of Delulu. You have to be such a lesbian to go in the jungle with a bunch of girls, because just the smell, dude, just the smell, honestly. Hey, and maybe I'm not that straight, because unless a girl comes right out of the shower, it's questionable. It's questionable. The hygiene is questionable, which is
It's really simple.
why we have this quote
I love tacos. I love taco bowls, taco nights with friends. They're so filling.
She said it herself. She loves tacos. So we're not gonna make it. Who knows? All right, maybe we'll make some more taco jokes throughout this video. But that, that's where her priorities evidently are. Because I'll say it again. To go in a jungle with, not ideal hygiene, with a bunch of girls sharing the same space, and lot of interesting smells going on, especially when you're vegan and you're eating all these colorful foods and you're farting all over the place. I mean, dude, hey, look, doesn't matter how much of a horn dog you are. Boys, you're not going to last a day in that house, okay? I don't care. You could have all the windows open, that beautiful, fresh, clean jungle air sweeping in, and it will not prevent the stink of 3 lesbian vegan girls, okay? Hopefully I'm not. Am I canceled yet? Let's start the video. The main reason I feel the need to reincorporate animal products is not just due to my, we finally a light's clicking in the head. I bet one of those tall, ugly white dudes took her to Nobu for like the 7th time, and maybe she finally realized it, or maybe she was just, oh, you know what it really is? I should really start the video. I should stop yapping. But she's been dating these chicks, and honestly, girls are kind of stingy. They don't like paying for dates, even in girl relationships. Like, oh, I don't want to pay for the date. You pay for the date. They're just, after dinner, you got 2 lesbians staring at each other like, oh, who's gonna pull the wallet out of their coochie? Like, so now maybe there was a fluke in her brain, and she went out with a dude, and he took her to Nobu because he could actually afford going somewhere nice, and she had some sushi, and her brain clicked on. That's my theory. Of course she's a crazy horse girl too, bro. Of course. Perfect sense. Oh no.
Well, hello there. Welcome back to my channel. I have spent the day working at home. I have not left the house yet. I'm actually getting an IV drip right now because I'm trying to balance out my nutrient levels. So I'm getting some B12, and then I'm going to a thing called First Thursdays. I'm just so jazzed up and
imagine getting an IV drip instead of eating an egg. Imagine.
For it, but I'm gonna leave the house now, doing things to take care of my mental health. So I love leaving the house to do anything here in South Africa because I get to witness
did we go over this? She's in South Africa now?
Beautiful, majestic mountains that seem to backdrop everything. I'll put my moody music on and just bliss out on how crazy the earth is for looking like this. But I got to my IV drip appointment and I got a bunch of different supplements put in. And I'm doing a lot of different doctor's appointments and things like this here in South Africa because it's way more affordable than doing it in the States. Even getting these supplements is more affordable.
Bro. Go to the supermarket, Hitomi, buy the beef. You don't have to fly to South Africa and get IV drips.
here, and I started to take sea moss gel, which within the 7
Bro,
days
this is the biggest scam product. I can't, dude. I can't.
I was filming this video, started to clear my hormonal acne, so keep an eye out for that. It really works. But in the late afternoon, I stopped by the stable that I've been
Probably all the heavy metals in the seaweed, pausing your liver function.
volunteering at. I just help out with cleaning up the horse poop, fixing their bedding, feeding all of them hay and water, and there are a lot of different horses here, so it is quite a lot of work.
This drives me a little crazy. She'll do this for a horse, but God forbid she does this for her boyfriend, right?
But I'm just so happy to be spending time
She'll literally sweep horse crap off the barn floor. And all right, I'm not gonna get into this today.
with horses. I love horses so much. I've always just felt so close to them, this karmic connection to them, and just being in their presence and getting to feed them and groom them makes me feel so at home within myself. And horses are like big dogs to me. They all have different personalities and different ways of communicating, and they all just want to be fed and loved and eat yummy treats. So I don't know, I just love it so much. And then I met up with some homies to go to First Thursdays, which is appropriately named. Basically, the first Thursday of every month, there are night markets and stores open late and people hanging out in the city. So that's what we did. We got some Ethiopian food and walked around. And I met this group of homies last time I was here at the beach. And we're all like ex-theater kid type of energy, just really wholesome. And
Ex-theater kid, aka 30 years old without a job, traveling the world on their parents' money.
Goofy together and expressive. And we stopped by this little DJ set in this hotel. I met some cuties. I love meeting you guys. And that was the evening. And the next morning I was just in a nice little blissful bubble of solitude. Like, I feel so accomplished after having a good evening of socializing. I'm like, wow, I did something so good for myself, and now I can enjoy my alone time even more, knowing that I'm not.
Bro, how easy is your life if the hardest thing you did all day is going out to a restaurant and club to have fun, dude? I can't.
Not like running away from anything or isolating myself. So I had a nice slow morning before getting ready for yoga. I just started my moon cycle. It's a new moon. I'm listening to healing frequencies.
She's so nuts, dude. I love it. I just started my moon cycle. I've been listening to healing frequencies.
Realizing how important lowering my cortisol levels and calming my nervous system and stress levels is for the healing.
You know what's really calming? Go to McDonald's, get a nice, fat, juicy double cheeseburger, get some fries and a milkshake. You'll be clonked out. You'll be happier than you've ever had in your life, HITOMI. Swear on it.
Of my gut issues as well. I'm creating a new peaceful world. I'm making my home environment and the way that I regard myself into something.
Yeah, if she had that much saturated fat in one meal after restricting herself for these past 15 years, her brain would turn into the moon.
So sacred, and really prioritizing that, because I've been in this like deep sad space, and something in me really switched last night where I was like, you cannot do this. You need to empower yourself.
I mean, honestly, if she has been vegan this long, I think it's been like a long time, like 7, 8, 9, 10 years. She has the vegan brain damage already. Like, being deprived of B vitamins and animal nutrition that long, you 100% have some level of brain damage. The question is, at what point did it get bad enough for her to end up like this?
Okay, things are gonna get better. You're going to feel better, and you need to not give up on yourself right now, and you need to create the most beautiful healing space around yourself and give your nervous system medicine, and not act upon this heavy little season right now. Act as if you are so healthy, living your dream life, everything is perfect, and amplify that feeling. And I am living my dream life. I'm just having health issues. So yeah.
Hey, maybe it worked. Maybe she manifested herself to not be vegan anymore.
I'm just feeling a lot clearer and lighter, and it feels so good.
Yo, haven't vegans done this before? Like, where they'll make a video and then like towards the end they'll reveal that they're not vegan anymore? and then instead of the beginning. Yo, this crib is definitely an upgrade from where she was. Bro, imagine if in South Africa, eating biltong all day, walking through the woods.
It's
Sounds
been
fun.
a few hours since I got back from yoga, and I have just spent the day writing up a bunch of different video ideas and video treatments. For any sit-down talking video that I have written out every single point that I talk about just to make sure that I don't miss anything. And I'm going to ecstatic dance a little bit later. I have to be honest.
What was there that we could have missed?
I spent the past weekend completely alone. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I was finishing my taxes. It takes me a while because I always wait till the very end of the tax season, and then I have to separate all of my expenses. I have to look over all of my investments, collect and procure all my 1099s from the year, and I redo my budget for the coming year, and it just is a little bit of a tedious process. So I just spent quite a bit of time in that little mental space, and I'm so excited to.
I never understood why. Well, I mean, it's not usually not more than $1,000 or $2,000 to have an accountant do everything for you, which, you know, depends on what your time is worth. But
Socialize, because I really do. I feel like by day 5, I need to cut myself off. I mean, those are like rookie numbers for me. I have gone way longer completely alone, but I feel myself starting to go crazy in the echo chamber of my mind. So yeah, I'm very excited for that today. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of self-care in this vlog, and honestly,
bro, that's like dudes going 3 years without getting laid and just being like whatever, and then chicks crying for D after 2 days of not meeting with their roster.
I have been feeling, you know, not the best about myself or my appearance. I'm definitely not in my moment, you know. I'm really feeling like, okay, I'm in a little death cycle. This isn't me feeling so radiant.
I can't blame her, bro. She needs those Bronx Puerto Ricans in her crotch. Like, it's what she's used to, right?
But I just keep pouring love into myself, and that makes me feel confident. Like, that just reminds me that I am always whole and complete just as I am, and I don't actually need to change anything, and there's nowhere that I need to arrive to be even more confident or capable of fulfilling my dreams. It's just an energetic experience, and by doing little acts of self-care, by going to yoga, by, you know, not isolating myself.
What's the dream, bro? What's the dream? Is the vegan's dream to fertilize the entire world because of their incredibly large bowel volume? Is that what it is? Because they need to eat like 7 to 8 pounds of vegetation a day to get the same amount of caloric nutrition as like a pound of grains. So too bad they don't compost at all.
For too long, it allows me to feel all the radiance that is inherent within me, and yeah, pay a lot less mind to any judgmental thoughts or any feelings of inadequacy. I just don't really feed into those, and they don't affect my action.
We got a 5-minute yap session.
And also, like this past weekend, I honestly had no energy to see other people because I had these things on my to-do list. I've had them on my to-do list for so long, and it just felt so good to surrender to that. I was taking baths every day. I was taking so many naps because I was even more fatigued than I normally am. I just feel so safe to give myself that permission and unconditional love.
Very low testosterone. And females are supposed to have testosterone too. You need it for energy.
Love and grace to be like, you know what? This is okay. This right here, what you're experiencing and how that affects your productivity levels or your desire to share your energy with people or even your internal dialogue, like it is all okay, and there's nothing that needs to change, and only the voice of love will get you through it. Only the voice of love can neutralize every single story and return you back to wholeness. I'm grateful for the opportunity. This is all part of the whole. What is this trying to teach me? What is being reflected back at me? And how have I created
a nice juicy steak is the voice of love.
This karma and lesson for myself to learn. So anyway, I'm gonna finish doing these video treatments. Woo! I really have been trying to look cute and put at least like 10% effort into my appearance every day, but I'm gonna choose comfort
I'm down,
over
Pocahontas.
anything else. every single time. Even though this is extra crunchy looking, I still think it's really cute. And ecstatic dance is really nice because
For those of you who don't know what crunchy is, crunchy moms are like health nut moms, you know? Speaking of which, a lot of these moms have been making tooth powder. Like everyone and their mother has been making their own tooth powder. Like, guys, don't buy tooth powder from someone who doesn't have a background in nutrition. Are they using clay that has heavy metals in it? You know, what the hell are they putting in there? You got to be careful.
Just moving whatever energy is within your body and liberating it in any way that you want, and there's no judgment, and it's a sober place to just move. And sometimes, you know, it does look like just kind of like deep breathing and moaning and these kind of
This is what happens when you're surrounded by the wrong people like your entire life. Like her brain cells need to reformulate.
Spiritual things, and sometimes it is just like twerking and shaking to some drums. A space that welcomes all of your expression, and that's why I really adore it. But
it could just be the vegan brain damage, honestly.
And it just becomes a whole evening of co-regulation. So me encanta mucho y me voy ahorita. Vamos.
Speaking Spanish in South Africa.
What's up? How's it going? I literally just rolled out of bed and threw this outfit on, and I have to run to a little dermatology appointment this morning, and then I'm gonna co-work at a cafe for a few hours and then go to the gym, and then I'm having some friends over for dinner.
What does co-work mean?
Around 6 p.m.
She's not
So
gonna pay.
that's my day. I really like leaving the house early. As you can see from this video, I've been going to yoga in the mornings. I've been trying to get out in the mornings, strategically putting things on my schedule, and sometimes I don't want to do them, but I know that it's good for me. And ecstatic dance last night, for example, was so good, and I had so much fun, and it was so healing. I had so many moments of clarity and lightness.
Yeah, I agree, HITOMI. I think you need a job. I agree.
And joy, and it was just great, and I'm so happy that I went, even though I felt so tired and didn't want to go. So exhibit a million examples of this in my life. I'm gonna head out, my big journal and all, always carrying such cumbersome things, but you know what, I did leave my typewriter back in New York this time on my trip, and I am proud of myself for that because it is kind of ridiculous, all the things that I bring with me all the time. But I'm gonna leave the house. I'm back home. I got a bunch of groceries because I'm making dinner for my friends tonight, but I got this vegan cheese. I love vegan cheese. I never ate cheese before I went plant-based. I would literally tell people that I was allergic to it. I just never liked the taste of it, but when I started eating vegan cheese, I actually fell in love with it. And I've been trying to find a vegan
Rotten nuts. They take low quality, regular, commercial, conventionally grown nuts, whatever it is, cashews. They blend it up, puree it, filter it, add chemicals, flavorings, yeast, that type of stuff, and then ferment it for a few months. So definitely very unhealthy.
vegan cheddar that doesn't have cashew, because all the ones here have cashews in it.
Sometimes they use coconut.
This one doesn't, and it's so good. And I've just been craving mac and cheese so ravenously. So I think I'm gonna have to make some gluten-free mac and cheese with this. But I have to drop a bomb on you guys. Like,
Here it
I'm
goes.
not
Here
vegan
it goes.
anymore.
She said it.
I'm incorporating animal products into my diet because of, let me move this.
This
How
is
terrible
this is the epitome of gaslighting. She's eating some vegan cheese, talking about how she's craving mac and cheese so much, and then about how she's gonna make a gluten-free vegan mac and cheese, and then instantly saying I'm incorporating animal products. It's almost like me having a giant plate of steak in front of me and breaking the news to you guys that I'm going vegan now. Like, it's so ridiculous.
I've been feeling and how strongly my doctor has been recommending that I incorporate colostrum and bone broth into my diet. I know that there's so many other implications and conversations that really emerged from me saying this, and that I completely agree with. There's the ethics, there's the climate change, there's the, you know, health effects of
Which are all completely wrong. It's all vegan propaganda that's actually incorrect.
eating animal products, but I am desperate to heal my body, and because of my deficiencies I'm basically like a malnourished person, and my gut is not doing well, and colostrum and bone broth are
All right, so I mean, obviously, colostrum and bone broth are two high-quality, healthy animal foods. I think colostrum is really overstated. You know, the immune benefits, it's for a baby cow. It's not really for a human. From an immune health perspective, like we have glandulars on organ supplements like thymus and an immune strengthening that also has some lymph tissue in there, which is close or more bioidentical to humans. So for me, colostrum, okay, it's milk, it's protein, it's B vitamins, but if you're even comparing it to yogurt or kefir, whatever you want, however you want to pronounce it, those are two foods that are going to be way more nutritious and beneficial to your gut health. And you actually can't fix your gut health without a probiotic like kefir or yogurt or water kefir. Bone broth, I mean, it's a good protein source. It's not complete, you know. It's collagen. Your body breaks it down into amino acids. It's good to have, but you want to have some actual red meat in the diet too.
very helpful in repairing a gut lining. And I haven't even eaten or had the bone broth yet. I found some local brand here, but it's been sitting in my fridge, and I probably will make some soup out of it or eat it some point soon. And I just want to put that out
Mental breakdown. Buys the bone broth and is afraid of it in the fridge.
there. I just want to be really transparent and candid with you guys. I have loved eating plant-based, and if my body wasn't falling apart the way that it is, I would probably continue.
Your body's falling apart, and it's like you're dipping your toes in the pool. You know, you're dipping your toes in. You're not going. Why can't these people, like, okay, you're not vegan anymore. Why don't you just go all out for a week and see how it is? You know, just have steak and bone broth every single meal, you know? Why don't you do something smart, all right? We're at the point, we're not vegan anymore. Just, okay, fine. Yeah, go ahead. Do what you want to do. Dip your toes in for another 7 years and mess your gut up even more by taking a sip of bone broth with your chunk 3,000 calorie hog of vegan cheese.
And I wasn't supplementing well because I've been traveling. Every time I would run out of my vitamins and supplements, I just wouldn't replenish them. I didn't have an urgency to do that. I didn't do the plant-based diet well. I haven't been doing it well the past year of full-time travels. I never went vegan for the label of it, for the clickbait of it. It just genuinely made my body feel so good. And I've always preached just literally listening to
It just genuinely made my body feel so good. We can go scroll through her YouTube videos right now, and like every week for the past 5 years is her complaining about her gut health.
Your body and nourishing yourself well in ways that feel sustainable in your life. And I'm just gonna have to honor that and embody that. And it's okay if you disagree with me and my choices. I accept that, and it's okay. And I completely understand your perspective. There's, like, you know, just the ethical side and the sustainable side, but I'm just sharing honestly with you where I'm at, and I wouldn't be incorporating animal products if it didn't feel like a dire thing. I'm not trying to offend anyone by saying this. This is just my current reality, and I just want to be honest about it. But I'm gonna get ready for the gym. I've been going to the gym pretty regularly because I need those endorphins. I need to feel that aliveness and like the strength of my body.
Yeah, you gotta
so
bring
I'm
those
gonna
jungle girls back. Where was she? Where was she? Like in Brazil or something, or Costa Rica? Where was that? I forgot where she was with the Jungle Girls.
yeah, spend like an hour and a half there, and then come back and get ready to have some people over. I got home from the gym, I showered, I'm putting on my 1-minute makeup routine of blush, and I'm gonna use these little lips. I don't know why I said that. I'm gonna use this lipstick. I cooked dinner for everyone. It's in the oven, and I feel like such a mom because I just love feeding my friends, and I'll just host dinner parties where I literally do everything.
Those must not be too that must be why she needs new groups of friends every year. Because she's cooking for them.
I cook everything, I host, I like make tea. I just love it so much. But honestly, I've been kind of sad today because I stayed up until midnight yesterday talking to my ex and having a really hard conversation, and I was crying. And I mean, I've cried almost every single day. That has not made it into this video, but I'm just obviously going
That's
through.
the thing, bro. Like sometimes girls get angry when guys say they want virgins, but it's like every single girl that's ever had an ex just never leaves their brain.
A lot of internal things, and yeah, I'm just being with it all, but I'm acting out of love. I feel like that's what I keep returning to in this video is like, and I'm still breathing into something lighter. I'm gonna have a quick little
Maybe it's because like back in caveman times, like when a guy got a girl, he killed the ex, right? Like the ex was no longer there, so the girl couldn't think about him, right? Is that why? Is the ex supposed to be unalived when when she gets a new boyfriend?
meditation.
It's the perfect summer night.
So what do you think? Should we sit on our tummy? Tummy time is.
See, bro, they don't have to pay for the heat bill. Just stick a pipe under that vacuum and hook it up to the gas line, and then and the whole house will be heated just fine.
It's a thing.
Guys, we are so inspired by Shrek.
This is so Shrek.
And alas, we have reached the end of today's video. I spent this morning lying on the earth, looking up at the sunlight through the leaves of the trees and feeling really whole and complete and just so utterly grateful to share.
What's the word for this? Esoteric?
Every step of this journey with you. Even this video, I felt like it wasn't even worth putting on the internet, but I think that it's a really beautiful thing to create and put yourself out there even when you don't necessarily feel inspired by it or by yourself in the moment. So thank you for receiving me and breathing deep with me for being
Imagine if this was how I ended my videos. I'd have to memorize a script. Thank you guys so much for receiving me.
Purpose and keeping your heart and your eyes open through every step of your journey as well. We're doing this side by side and I couldn't be more in awe. I hope to see you in a video soon.
Bro, it's like you're eating salads and talk like it's not that deep. Hey, I guess it's a step in the right direction, right? Girl, I literally started crying at the end. I can't. The accomplishment of having a good social time is so... Oh, God, help me. Welcome to a safe space. Your videos feel like the big sister talks, and it's my absolute favorite. And what are you guys both trying to end up too deep in the ditch you can't get out of? Oh my god. All right, well, there's just like a lot of vegans in the comments that are like agreeing with her, saying how crappy they felt. But I mean, I repeat what I said earlier, like your health's going to be crappy until you drop all of the vegan dogma nonsense. Like, you want to talk about ethics? Yeah, okay, is it better to spray and kill billions, if not trillions, of bugs and small rodents and destroy, like, ethically speaking, you know, you're just arguing which life is worth more, you know, one cow or all the bugs and rabbits and deer and stuff, you know? That's the ethic argument. So it's kind of out the window because you're causing harm to some living being either way. The environmental thing is also it's all propaganda. The environmental thing is correct. You know, how is a cow eating grass naturally bad for the environment? You're going to go kill all the deer in the woods too? Like, you're going to go out to the Great Plains and kill all the bison and buffalo because they're farting too much? Like, it's just completely ridiculous, a logical nonsense. What's the other argument? The health? Well, we know that's fake because she's falling apart. So, I guess the vegan movement is finally going away. Making room for the Texas Cattlemen's Feedlot Beef Association. Oh, hey, boys. Got to get HITOMI some of that grade A Angus prime beef made with the finest American corn and soy. Ooh-wee. That's what she needs, bro. Some nice, fat, juicy, diseased, grain-fed steaks every meal. She'd be slobbering all over the place. She would flood her house, her nice house, with saliva. Anyway, hopefully I don't get like, hopefully this wasn't too mean. I think we're kind of pushing the lines, pushing it a little bit, but it's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. It's all supposed to be humorous. So thank you guys for joining me. If you go to frank-stefano.com, you will see all of my interesting and unique business ideas and stuff, health-oriented stuff, Frankie's Strange Meat, Frankie's Strange Foods, Wi-Fi shielding, organ supplements, Frankie's Naturals. Too bad HITOMI's not in New York. We could send her the highest quality collagen broth that exists. Yeah, that'll be it. Thank you guys for joining me. And see you for the next video. She's just sad she doesn't have 4 coochies in her face every night like she was when she was in the jungle. I think that's what this is all about.